Hey! Oh my god, so sorry about that. I forgot that this was happening, so that's why I'm late. I just didn't know it was happening. But hey, I'm here right now. So, what do you say we get into it? Like, let's do it. Let's get in it. In it. You ready? Okay. When I was really little, I used to lay in bed, wondering about the time before I was born, the time before time began, before God or Yamaya or whatever gave birth to everything, or the universe blew up, or Oprah went on television. Time without consciousness. My first memory was darkness. Shut eyes in a dreamless half-sleep. Thinking about life at 2 years old. Thoughts coming together in pre-verbal language. Where I'm still learning like English, but cogent thoughts exist without it. Babbles of understanding like Hamanumaka hama chabatapa hamanumaha chapadapapa asa, which would translate to like, I have to pee. I have to start my day. This is the beginning. I really have to pee. Am I alive? Oh shit, I guess I am. Well, I guess I'd better wake up. And then I woke up and light streamed into my eyes and I pissed the bed and I pissed off my white Aunt Tiffany. What the hell is going on? What do you mean I could just start singing Imogene Heap and just throw the towel far? You want me to just throw the towel far? You know how much this money was? Fuck you! Take my towel far. There it is. So right after I was born, my mom took me to a George Clinton Parliament Funkadelic concert. She was wearing all white. And we were like pretty close up front. It was 1996. And the last song started playing. It was tear the roof off the funk, tear the roof off the funk. You got a real type of thing going down, getting down. There's a whole lot of rhythm going round. We want the funk, give up the funk. Out, we need the funk. Gotta have that funk now. Da, 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 da. Okay, yeah. So that song was playing. The sky opened up, the universe opened up, the New Nubians came in from New Nubia, the aliens, and they were partying. And there were lots of psychedelics, lots of marijuana, lots of ganja. And they started bringing people on stage. They brought us up. My mom was dancing with me in her arms. And then they brought us backstage after the show. And I was crying a lot, obviously, because like, what the hell was going on? But also it was just like, the newness of life. And so the band members were like, "Aww," and then they all like took me in their arms and they were trying to like each calm me down, lull me to calm. And let's say Bootsy Collins. Bootsy Collins was like, "What's this kid's name?" And my mom was like, "It's Alexander Julius Cosmograph in Paris." And they were like, "What? What kind of name is that?" And then they were all saying it as they passed me around like a piece of bread. Or like, does that happen during the Last Supper? So yeah, they did that. And my mom told me that story a lot. I don't know how true it is, but it did give me like a really big ego. And I'm into that. So thanks, Mom. No, this is offensive. This is offensive. When I was 17 years old, I went to an antique shop in Bisbee, Arizona, my hometown. And I went up to the second floor of this antique shop. And I went in the back of the second floor of the antique shop, and there was a bookcase. And on this bookcase, there were books books by Virginia Woolf, Ernest Hemingway, Dostoevsky, and a one veritable Maya Angelou. And instead of thinking about how Maya Angelou was the only black author, I thought, Maya Angelou is the only one who's still alive on this bookshelf. And at the time I was really into manifestation, so I thought, Paris, don't think about that, because if you think about how she's the only living one, she's gonna die. And then I thought, well, don't think about her dying, because if you think about her dying, she's gonna die tonight. So then I made a bet with myself that I would get $5 if she lived. And the next day, I woke up first thing in the morning, went on Facebook, and she was dead. So the good news is, I got $5. The bad news is, I lost $5. And the real news is that I killed one Maya Angelou. Aww. 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 Thank you, God.
I thought that my voice itself had killed him.
But
So I thought
in the world.
if I spoke, I could just kill anybody.
One. Bring the beat in.
So I feel like I kind of ignited some curse in me killing Maya Angelou, maybe. After she died, there were kind of a series of deaths in my life, up until recently, actually. My parents died like 3 years ago and 2 years ago, and my uncle died, and a couple other people died. And then just recently in November, my chosen mom, Nick, who actually looked like me, I met her when I was a teenager. She was my boss at this lesbian-run joint called the Screaming Banshee in Bisbee, Arizona. And she was like a healing practitioner. She was a Tai Chi master. I think she did capoeira a little. And she gave me a lot of like really good advice and pep talks when I needed it most. And she also turned into my barber, and the haircut that I have right now is kind of based off of the one that she gave me. I'd go over to her place like twice a month, and we'd catch up, and she'd play Fuck the Pain Away by Peaches, that whole album, Teaches of Peaches. Yeah, I remember she gave me a copy of The Power of Now, yeah, by Eckhart Tolle. And that really messed with me because that's all about like getting rid of like the kind of like the mind that is like preventing you from doing things, like the, you know, the endless like chatter. Like you can hear it right now. You're having it. I remember her doing this dance where she'd like get like this and go Did that look erotic? So the last time I spoke to her was right before Thanksgiving. We talked on FaceTime, and all of the light was still like in her eyes, and she looked like full of life. She said she had like 6 months, but then she ended up getting COVID, and she died like 2 weeks later, which I didn't expect. We were going to talk a lot more. But yeah, I don't know, she just made me smile. She always made me smile. And she said that I'm full of light, and I remember asking her why this keeps happening to me, why people that I care about, why I keep losing people. And she said, I think it's not that you are losing people to learn some lesson. It's more like we get to know you in our short lives. And I still haven't really processed that fully yet still. So after she died, well, when she told me that she was dying, I realized that this is like just gonna keep happening, like it's not gonna stop. I can't control it, it won't end. It's just gonna keep happening to everyone. I mean, people are being lost right now. Someone who's watching this probably lost someone, more than someone, lots of someones. I just remember that I'm speaking to a camera. But I'm actually speaking to someone. Like someone is watching me right now, looking into my eyes. Right? Or maybe you're like half listening to me, like maybe you're like, I don't know, doing your laundry, or you're texting your friend, or you're on your Instagram, or you're on your nobody's on Facebook. Or you're playing Smash Bros. Or God forbid, you're masturbating. I mean, there was I sent a picture of that orange outfit to a friend, like all blown up, and he sent me a nude back the next day, and he was like, thanks, I just came for the 3rd time, and I was like, what?
Give me a beat!
Level,